So while we crochet together, let's talk. We'll call this Crochet Talk. Even though we're not talking about crochet, we're talking and crocheting at the same time. Is it bad if I just re-gift stuff for Christmas? So when I left my last job, my one coworker, she got me some stuff. She got me a sticker coloring book, which I absolutely love, and some other stuff. Then I had gotten some like scented, it's like a scented bath bomb. I don't have a bathtub. Okay, we have a shower, and where we're moving to also doesn't have a bathtub. There's only a shower. There's a shower downstairs, and then there's a shower upstairs. But just a shower. So, would it be wrong to re-gift that to like my sister-in-law, one of them? You know, just start splitting this stuff up, because I'm not girly. You know, I don't do the face masks. Some of it looks really cool. It looks like it might be relaxing. Some beaded thing that goes around your eyes, a couple different face masks, and a scented body wash. Because of my psoriasis, I'm not allowed to use scented stuff. It agitates my psoriasis. Even my deodorant that I really like, I have my psoriasis in my armpits, and like the scented stuff agitates it. So I was thinking about regifting that to my sister-in-laws, and then some toys that my kids don't play with anymore. So gonna give that to like my nieces and nephews and whatnot. And then last year my daughter ended up with 2 pottery sets. We opened and used like once. She wants to do it again, but I gotta get more clay for her. But gift the other one to the next kid that's old enough for it. Would be my husband's cousin's kids. So we were thinking about regifting that to them for Christmas. And my kids, for not picking up their toys, have lost some toys. And I have not thrown them away. All like the big, the one big blocks, the mega blocks or whatever they're called. They, go play. Sorry for that. My son interrupted. Some of the toys, like I had the bag for that, and I just filled it back up because the kids were like, we don't want that anymore. I was like, it's the baby stuff though. So I'm going to reroute that for the kids, for the baby for Christmas. And then after they lost some toys, I had the option to bring me a toy and replace if they wanted something back. So they're bringing me different toys, and the dinosaurs are going to be packed up and re-gifted back to my 2-year-old, because he still loves those dinosaurs, even though the 5-year-old is like, I don't want those anymore. I don't care about those anymore. Well, okay then, excuse me. But I just think it's crazy, like, it almost makes me want to skip Christmas. You know? They've been so spoiled, because I don't even know how, but we've barely been making, somehow, Christmas always happens. We, Goodwill has some really good toys. And I do shopping all year through Facebook Marketplace, and they don't seem to respect their toys. And I'm just like, what on earth is going on? So I'm half tempted to cancel Christmas this year. Besides regifting them stuff that they lost. Is that bad? And then stuff that they don't want anymore, regifting that to the cousins. I feel really bad for how my kids are just like, they don't want to help pick up. Nothing. Their toys, they're just, somehow they have toys everywhere. I don't even know how this has happened, that they just have so many toys. And then I keep saying, oh, just take their toys down and rotate them. And I was like, but what toys do we keep? Because I was like, they love all their dinosaurs. Their dinosaurs are like a humongous collection. And then we have our blocks and the magnet tiles. And then we have the cars and the trains. Oh, my daughter has her Barbies, her ponies. We have some little, just like zoo animals, or just like little toy animals in general. And then like the little sea ones. The My Little Pony. She's got a dollhouse. We got a Batman toy house thingy, doohickey. Like we got big dinosaurs, we got little dinosaurs, we got them all, you know. And I'm like, so if we only keep out 10 toys, like 10 toys per kid, or is it like, do we only pick out like only like a couple dinosaurs? Like, I don't know how to do that. So I need somebody to help me with that. Alrighty. Alright, what row am I on? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm on row 9. Oh, and if you want to know how you make these toys, I have a pattern for some of them, but the squares and the circles, I was like, I already know how to make a square. You just chain however many you want, and that's how many rows you have. So I chained, I gotta check on the next row to count to make sure that I still have 16 stitches. So I'm gonna have 16 rows. Well, you chain 17 and then have 16 single crochets, and then you do 16 rows. That's what I did the last ones. I feel like the last one's squares were bigger than this. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just... And if you see, I always have this problem. Like down here is looser because that's where I started at, and up here is tighter. Like when I start, I have a problem being really loose. Something I'm working on. This one is a little bit better than that last one. So sometimes I do good with my tension at the beginning, and sometimes I don't. I just all depends. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, oh, oopsies, this is 15, and 16. Look at that. I ain't counted a couple rows and I'm doing all right. Doing all right. Kind of proud of myself for that. So those row 9, so I'm on row 10. 6 more rows to go. Oh, by the way, I'm sitting here crocheting at my kitchen table. I have my computer chair here, so I like to lean back on it. I no longer have a desk. I haven't had a desk in quite some time. So my computer chair just kind of sits at the table right now. So I guess you could say the table is my desk. Alrighty. Also have in the works, everybody's doing for the kids' teachers crocheted dishcloths, but they are kind of on the smaller side, so they're about to be just crocheted hot pads. And then I made my cement container is the lid has a hole in it, so I've been making those for the teacher, and I don't have any more time to make them because of the cure time, so I got to get the sealer. And the ones that we made plain for the kids to, some of them I had to throw out. I didn't get to keep everything. It has just been a whole hot mess with that because I don't know, maybe the cement's not supposed to sit for very long. And I hadn't done it in a while. But, so yeah, I've actually been struggling with it. When I started it off a couple years ago, when I first started doing it, I did not have the problems I'm running into now. I was so much easier to work with, and I was able to get it to not be lumpy and everything, and now I just seem to be having so much problems. I don't know if maybe I'm out of practice, but even when I first started, I didn't have the issue the same that I recall, you know. But I don't have enough time to make them into candles at this point in time, so they're just gonna get cement jars instead of the cement candles. The cement's supposed to be like the candle vessel instead of like a glass jar. I don't have time to do the candle part, and I'm also low on wax, so then I'd have to wait for a shipment of wax once I ran out, and yeah, that's just not happening this year. I needed to, I really do need to get my room sprays done, but I have to order stuff for that because I had a teacher ask me about if I still made them, and I was like, well, sort of, I just hadn't in a while. The room sprays. I hadn't had anybody comment on them in a while. So I had thought that they were a bust, that they didn't turn out right. So I was going to go back to the drawing board, you know. and I got a comment on it, and I gave them like a business with my cell phone number on it, and I never got contacted because I was just going to make it for the teacher for free. I wasn't going to charge the teacher. I probably should. That's how, if I really trying to start it as a business, really should, but I wasn't going to charge the teacher and I never heard back. I should probably count how many rows I'm at. Let me see how many rows I'm at. Lay this flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 115. So if I put these up next to each other, I should only have about 1 row missing. I've had tension problems, so I gotta check that on the next set. Because it's gonna be closed up, it'll be all right. Oh, that was my last row. I must have miscounted. Okay. If that's 16, I miscounted. Then pull that through there one more time. Snip it. Pull that out like that. Pull that tight. Go. Pull out all my stitch markers. I have to get stuffing for this. Okay. And how we do this, I'm going to just keep one side open, probably the top part. Alrighty. go. And instead of having to yarn all that in, we're going to hide it in this part. I'm going to single crochet around all of this. This bottom row I'm doing 2 in each stitch because I always seem to have a problem with my chain stitches being looser. I want to start trying the foundation chains. So I'm doing a double foundation chain for my husband's blanket. Oh, here, so you guys can see this, sorry. So if I do a foundation chain, then I won't have the same problem because this will be the only one that has 2 in each stitch to just kind of keep it okay. See all that yarned in, you can't even tell that. All those ends. Go. Maybe I should do a real tutorial on the next one on how to do this. 2 and 3 in the corner there. I just hope they like this, you know? So, I mean, I have my mom helping me with the with the letters that I'm making too, but we'll just see what gets done. Like, this is going to be an ongoing project until everybody gets it theirs. I think I'd like to start selling these. I think that would be cool. If you haven't noticed, I like to do a lot of hobbies. And I would never imagine like actually making to sell like clothes or blankets or something, because it takes me forever to do a blanket. But I also have little kids. I think I'm gonna learn how to knit next too. I think that would be fun. I'm gonna have to take a break. Oh, my wrist is killing me. Go. Yeah, I'm gonna try to be posting on here more frequently. Maybe like once a week kind of thing. Even if I don't even get that long of a video, like a 10-minute video. Three. You can't hear my little one in the background. I have to take a break because my wrist is hurting, so I'll have to finish the rest of it later. We go. Bye for now.